I think you approach them all the same. And I think that's kind of what we do. We have certain things we get done on Sunday and get in. We have certain things we want to get done on the field on Monday. So you just plow through the process and you just put your head down and keep working. So certain teams like this that obviously are executing at a high level and scoring as many points as they do, they're going to require some more time on each of those days. So they're a heck of a team and a heck of a challenge.
How hard is it to find something you can attack? I mean, it seems like they're just loaded everywhere.
They are. There's no doubt. They can spread it around. They got 4 receivers averaging 18 yards a catch, right at the top. So, obviously the quarterback has been tremendous. All lines experienced, and they're playing multiple tailbacks that have had good games against us previously. So they got a lot of weapons, no doubt.
Coach, you guys have said take your training to the game, particularly with things like missed tackles and freelancing. What exactly does that mean?
Well, the thing I think people think they hear me talk about that, and it sounds like the same thing every week, but really. The missed tackles cost us. They ended up costing us touchdowns in that game, and I saw it started in the North Carolina game, and it was something that I talked last week about immediately after. I just watched the tape and I call it like I see it. And again, we had a couple of missed tackles in the first drive that would have got us off the field. We had a 3rd and 9 early in the drive that we missed a tackle on the underneath route, and they ended up scoring a touchdown. We had a missed tackle late in the game when they ran that wheel route that came open where we didn't cover our guy, and we were late over there, but we could have got him on the ground. But a missed tackle led to a touchdown. It happened against Carolina. So that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. As far as the freelancing goes, it really all it takes is one guy on defense to be out of his gap for them for the ball to find him. They ran that first play on the red zone down there. They ran that little inside zone play, and our nose guard wasn't lined up correctly. And they hit the ball right up in there. And that's freelancing. You got to execute under pressure and do your job. So take your hats off to Wake Forest and their staff. They did some great things. They had a great plan. They did some great things on 3rd down. There's no doubt about that. But when we have the opportunity to execute, and we're in the right position, we've got to go ahead and execute. So those are the things that I'm talking about. But overall, again, every week I talk about the same stuff. You got to be able to take the ball away. You got to be able to be good on 3rd down. You got to be able to be good in the red zone. This was the one game where we weren't doing any of those things, and so it kept the drives alive in the first 3 drives. We didn't get a stop on 3rd down, and we let them score in the red zone, and we didn't take the ball away. Then after the 3 drives, we settled in, and we had I think about 7 or 8 drives straight where they didn't get any points. Started playing better on 3rd down, and we were fortunate to get that one takeaway at the end. But those are the things: tackling. No freelancing, execution in the red zone, 3rd down, take the ball away. That's not going to change. You're going to be successful based on those things.
Mark, typically you can look at a tape and see other teams what they've done successfully against an offense. Really, with this team, you can't. Do you have to think outside the box a little bit because of that?
No doubt. It's hard to find. It's hard to find anyone that's had a lot of success against them. So. You just have to keep grinding away and look for things and just try to get you guys to lock in and execute and let it be about their execution. Line up. You got a certain gap, be in your gap. Take your training to the game, like we talked about earlier. When you're a deep player, stay deep. When you have an opportunity to tackle, use all the training and all the work that we've done and rely on that. So it takes a lot of preparation. The guys are going to have to put a lot of time in. They're going to have to put some time in on their own, and so they can get in that situation and feel 100% prepared and not be in a situation where they feel any pressure. The only way to do that is to prepare.
Are there things early in the Boston College game that you're able to look at and maybe decipher, or do you just look at it like the way it ended up, or is there certain pieces that you can take from that at all?
I think you're always looking at something that you can do that somebody did well. So there's. Again, with this particular team, there hasn't been a lot of opportunities where you could say somebody had them defensed. They're averaging I don't know how many yards per play, and they're able to spread the ball around. They really run the ball well, so not turn the ball over. So you just keep battling. You just keep battling. You try to make it about our guys executing and doing their job, and let the chips fall where they may.
Depth chart, you moved